Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Try It With Me Tuesday. Last week we did a watercolor marker technique. This week we're going to use markers again, but we're going to do, I think it's called the chalkboard technique or the Sharpie technique. But basically what we're going to do here is we're going to be coloring the stamping plate with markers and then pick up the image with nail polish. And then, anyhow, you'll see. I'm sure you've probably already seen this. It's one that I haven't tried before though. So I've watched a few tutorials to try to figure out how to do it. So I think I understand how to do it. We'll see what happens. But what I have here is I have my Classic Beauty stamping plate from, this is the Stars and Hearts plate from Maniology. This is BMXL355. And then I also have Copic markers because I don't have Sharpies. So I have my Copics. This one I'm using B29 and then I'm using V09. So that's what I'm using. Ultramarine and Violet are the two colors. And then I also have my monocle stamper from Maniology. And I have a swatch stick because I am in my my week of strengthening my nails. I do this every once in a while, every couple of months. I'll do like a week of not painting my nails and I will do just nail strengthener. I have a separate video that I'll link below that will go over kind of how I do my nail strengthening. But anyhow, so what I have done here is I do have the swatch stick that I have painted in the Maniology straight up black. And then I actually went over it with OPI's matte top coat because I wanted it to be matte and kind of give that chalkboard look. So that is what we have there. But what I'll also be using is I'll also be using Brave's Diva Shutout White because this is my ultimate favorite white. But we'll be using that as well. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and uncap my markers because I'm going to go back and forth between the two colors pretty quickly. So I don't want to have to take the caps off. So I'm going to go ahead and uncap my colors. And there we go. I'm going to use this image right here. And what I'm going to do is all that you do is, and I've tested this to make sure that the marker does come off of the plate. So these markers are completely safe to use. In the other techniques that I've seen, they've used Sharpies. Again, I don't have Sharpies. If you saw last week's video, you know that. I have them, but they're at work because I bought them for work purposes, so I don't have them here. But we're going to use the Copics, and I know that these work great. So what I'm going to do here is I have several stars on this image, and I'm actually going to color each every other one. So here we go. So we're going to do purple, and then blue, and then purple, and blue, purple, make this one purple. That means this big one gets to be purple. And then blue, blue, and blue. So there we go. We have our images colored. And I just want to look at it to make sure that I got the full stars. It looks like there's a couple of these smaller stars that I didn't quite get the very tips of. So I'll go back in and do those just really quick. Because we want to make sure that we have full 5-point stars. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the Brave's Diva Shutout White. And I am going to take the white and kind of daub over it. This is the easiest way that I have found as far as watching the videos go. That made it so that the color the markers didn't get onto the brush, the nail polish brush, to just kind of take and dab it, but don't actually let the brush touch the plate. And then we're going to just scrape, and then we'll take that and we will pick it up. There we go. And then we're going to take and put that on the swatch stick. There we go. Kind of a fun little technique. I think it turned out pretty well. The stars are a little galaxy looking there. I think my daughter would kind of love this one. My 9-year-old, she loves galaxy. Anything stars and galaxy, she loves it. And then I will show you, it comes up very nicely. So I have acetone here. Comes up very nicely off of the plate. Because I did kind of cake on the white polish, what we'll do is we'll take and we'll turn this so that we have kind of a clean edge, and we'll finish cleaning it up with some acetone. There we go. All right, there you have it. There is the Sharpie technique, the chalkboard technique, whatever it is that you want to call it. This honestly would have been great when I did my 80s nails, but I didn't know about this technique back then. So maybe we'll do another 80s day at work or something, and I can do some fun 80s nails with the chalkboard. I think this would also be really cute for like back to school, but really fun. Have you tried this technique? If you have, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I would think what we would need to do at this point is let this dry a little bit. I mean, it's dry to the touch. It's not coming off on my finger at all. So it's definitely dry to the touch. But I think what we would want to do is use some of the Maniology smudge-free top coat. And we will float this over so that we don't smudge it. Let's see if we can do this. So let's float this over. There we go. Floating it works very nicely. So if you don't know what floating is, basically what you do is you take your top coat and then you leave like a bead. See how there's a bead there? So then you take that and put that and then just kind of drag the bead along instead of dragging the bristles. Floating is when you let the top coat go across the image without actually letting the bristles touch the image. Because when the bristles touch the image is when the image smears. It works with any top coat. I prefer using the smudge-free top coat from Maniology. Once this dries, then I'll go back over it with the OPI matte top coat to give it that chalkboard look with the finished look. But there you go. If you have tried this, leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't tried it, let me know. If you've seen it done a different way, let me know. If there's any other techniques you'd like me to try or any other products you'd like me to try, definitely let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.